Access Radio Network, 88.5, 103.9, 102.5 Edge FM.
16 degrees in Melbourne, showers increasing tomorrow, a top of 18. It's 5 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Tony Tardio. Rachel Dixon is being remembered as a go-getter with a heart of gold who died after consuming a drink suspected of containing magic mushrooms. As Gillian Lantouris reports, an autopsy is due in coming days.
Her son posted on social media a heartbreaking tribute. He thanked his mum for all her support over the years and wishes he could give her just one last hug. Rachel Dixon, 53-year-old from Ringwood North. She was a myopathist and also a personal trainer at one point. She often goes on health retreats, is what I'm told, and on Saturday she went to Soul Barn in Clunes. That's where she and her friends drank a tea which is suspected to have contained magic mushroom. People have come from far and wide telling us how much of a beautiful human she was.
She was a go-getter. That's a good word for her, a go-getter. But she had a heart of gold.
Now, I have spoken with police. It's understood they are still trying to determine exactly how Rachel Dixon did die. The autopsy will come back in the next few days.
5 males aged between 14 and 17 have been charged after a high-speed pursuit through Melbourne's east. An allegedly stolen black BMW was spotted by police at Riverina just before 10:30 last night and tracked through, travelling at speeds across Glen Iris, Camberwell, Richmond, Collingwood and the CBD. The chase came to an end on Wellington Street in East Melbourne, where police rammed the vehicle. Detective Inspector Rod Nayland says police have now linked the stolen vehicle to 7 violent incidents where the offenders, armed with machetes, allegedly carried out a number of armed robberies.
The cause of the armed robberies is in regards to targeting cigarettes, targeting of cash, and obviously the associated thefts that are involved with all of the incidents.
Gisborne residents are heartbroken after the town's golf club and an RSL sub-branch were burnt to the ground. Firefighters found the building completely engulfed in flames when they arrived around 2:30 this morning. It's not believed to be suspicious, but the cause is still to be determined. Locals are devastated.
It's been the heart and soul of the community for a long time, not just from a golf course point of view, but also for functions.
We've lost all of our memorabilia and it's irreplaceable. There were photos, there were boards.
The Allen government is being accused of using one credit card to pay down another after an emergency cash injection was signed off by the Treasurer. The Treasurer's advance was signed off for the Department of Treasury and Finance before last year's budget. The Treasurer has dismissed concerns, claiming the cash injection wasn't even needed. But Shadow Treasurer Brad Rosewell says it's not sustainable.
This is effectively using one credit card to pay off the next. Victorians know that Labor have maxed out the credit card, but what Victorians learned today is that Labor are now using another credit card to pay off the first. If you did that in your family budget, if you did that in your business budget, it would not be sustainable.
In finance news, the share market down 1 point, the dollar by 64.2 US cents.
Echuca Auto Group, the home of Kia and Cherry, Northern Highway Echuca.
Skipper Patrick Cripps is backing his side to handle a trio of soft tissue injuries ahead of Saturday's test against the undefeated Giants. The Blues will be missing Adam Sard, Mitch McGovern and possibly Adam Chera.
We actually faced that a lot last year as well, and when we went on our winning streak we had a lot of injuries then as well, so we talk about next man up and a squad mentality, so that's sort of the theory we're going after.
Kaylee McEwen has dominated the preliminaries of the 200-metre individual medley on day one of the Australian Open Swimming Championships. The Olympic champion has finished more than 3 seconds in front of her nearest rival. And Australian world title contender Molly Picklum has scrapped her way into the quarterfinals at the Margaret River Pro. It's 5:05. That's the latest in news and sport.
Fantasia with the latest in sport for power calls, applying power to homes across Western Victoria. The AFL won't appeal the decision to downgrade Brisbane Charlie Cameron's rough conduct suspension to a fine. The tribunal found exceptional circumstances to use discretion to lessen the charges, citing his clean record. Port Adelaide's Jeremy Finlayson has clarified comments saying he was annoyed at his 3-week ban for making a homophobic slur. The 28-year-old said he was frustrated at himself for making the remarks rather than at the suspension. CEO of the AFL Players Association, Paul Marsh, has shed light on how they'll handle Nathan Murphy's post-footy career after the former Magpie was forced to retire on medical grounds due to concussion.
As I understand it, will have a further year of his contract, and then we get into a discussion around what we call a career-ending injury payment. We also have insurance policies in place.
That Sport Power Call's year-round vegetation inspection and cutting program is keeping communities safe.
The Lions Club of Deniliquin monthly market is held the 4th Saturday of every month. Find out how you can help or join the club by speaking to a Lions Club member today.
A website for your business could cost as little as $100 a month. Call 5881 1811 and let's talk about how Ace Digital can help.
The Big Mac is the original mouthful and now comes in 3 sizes with a Mac Junior and Grand Big Mac for a limited time. Available after 10:30 a.m.
102.5 Edge FM, your official emergency broadcaster. Edge FM weather.
Into Sport Echuca, your local sports store for everything netball, football, fitness equipment and sports clothing.
Your 4-day forecast across northern Victoria and southern Riverina. We're in for a partly cloudy afternoon with light winds becoming southwesterly 15 to 20 k's in the middle of the day, then easing into the evening. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, light winds expected, heading for a top of 21 degrees. Partly cloudy conditions on Friday, heading for 22. And to Saturday, sunny and an expected top of 24 degrees.
The Big Mac is the original mouthful, a one-of-a-kind flavour that now comes in 3 sizes.
Currently, it's 20.